This is Thanksgiving. I got all my kids and my nieces and nephews at the house, and my brother-in-law just got run over by a car. So one day I got visited both by my Ford rep and my General Motors rep, and it was kind of a rare instance, and I figured I would get to take them both out to lunch, butter them up a little bit with some good food. And as they were sitting in my office, I hear this loud commotion outside my office, and here comes my brother-in-law, Pete. He's a repo guy, does a lot of repos, gets a lot of vehicles back and stuff, and he knows I'm a big New York Yankee fan, and he had repoed this guy's car that had a lot of Yankee paraphernalia in it, and he comes walking in, and he's got this big Don Mattingly plaque with Don Mattingly's picture and a part of Don Mattingly's jersey on it, and he comes in and he calls everybody Harry. It's just what he does. He doesn't excuse himself or introduce himself. I'm sitting with two high executives from Ford and from General Motors, which is kind of rare. It's kind of like getting the United States president, North Korean president in one room. And I got these two guys sitting here, and he just comes straight out and goes, "Hey, Harry, I repoed a car today, and I found this in the back of it. I know you're a big Yankee fan. I thought you'd like it." And he puts it on my desk, and he goes, "Have a nice day." What do I say to that? They're like, "Who is that guy?" I'm like, "That's my brother-in-law. He's just a little bit of a crazy dude." But the story's with him repoing. I actually went and helped him repo a car once. I'm at my sister-in-law and brother-in-law's house for Thanksgiving one year. And some of the things that he did to start, finding vehicles, a lot of people, once they know that their car's going to get repoed, they start hiding it and parking it in different places. And some of the things that he did was he would start going on social media. And one day he found this one lady that was talking about, she's going out to this particular bar one night to celebrate. And he went to that bar, and sure enough, there was her car. He was able to repo it. One of the other tricks that he did was he would go out on Christmas morning, Thanksgiving, Easter Sunday, because that's when people are usually home celebrating and maybe not paying attention to stuff that's going on outside. So this one particular Thanksgiving day, he says, "Hey, Harry, want to take a ride with me?" So I said, "Yeah, sure. What are we going to do?" He goes, "I got this repo I've been going after for about a month now, and it's really bothering me. I'm figuring it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to be there." I said, "Sure, no problem." So I look at my other brother-in-law, Joey, and Joey's a big guy. So I said, "Joe, why don't you come for a ride with us too?" So the three of us are sitting in this bench seat tow truck driving down the road like this, right? And sure enough, we drive past this guy, and unfortunately, he lived on a cul-de-sac. So we get to this cul-de-sac, and sure enough, the car's sitting right there. So now he's like, "The car's here." So he brings the truck down the road, and he gets everything set up. He had the wheel lift that he could back in really quick, hook it, and just take off. But he wanted to make sure he had everything set so he could grab it and go. And it's basically like legal car theft. And as he drove around, I guess the owner of the car had seen him. So the owner of the car comes running out to his car. And as he goes flying back in reverse, about 30, 40 miles an hour down his cul-de-sac in reverse, he drops the forks, and he nails it perfectly. He gets it right up there, and he starts to lift it. So this guy comes out, and he's wearing a Tapout shirt, and he's got a decent build to him and everything. So again, my knowledge of what goes on with MMA, I'm like, all right, I'm glad that, it's me and two of my brother-in-laws now. So this guy literally goes in between the tow truck and his vehicle, and he's not allowing my brother-in-law to pull it. Now, obviously, if my brother-in-law pulls it and hits his kid, he could get in a lot of trouble. So he's yelling to his wife, and the wife is on the phone with the cops now. And what happened was, since they were calling the cops, my brother-in-law, he decides that, he's gonna, maybe let this guy take it. But then the guy started getting really smart with him. So he said, "You know what? I'm not letting him take it." And the car wasn't on the hooks just yet. He didn't get a chance to lift it. And my brother-in-law got distracted some way. And the guy jumps in his car, and he goes to pull it into his garage. Once it goes in the garage, you can't take it. So my brother-in-law tries to use his tactic, and he runs into the guy's garage, and he stands in front of the garage. And as he's doing this, here comes the cop car down the cul-de-sac, and this guy continues to push the car. So all of a sudden, I hear my brother-in-law screaming. So I go running over to see what's happening, and I see my brother-in-law. He's like underneath the wheel of this vehicle. Cop comes over, he comes running over, he sees what's going on, he tells the guy, back the car out. So they back the car out, the guy comes up, and he's trying to help my brother-in-law. My brother's like, "No, don't move me, my leg, my back." And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is Thanksgiving. I got all my kids and my nieces and nephews at the house, and my brother-in-law just got run over by a car." And the cop comes out, and the cop wasn't very friendly to my brother-in-law, because they look at repo guys as troublemakers, not the people who don't pay their bills when they're supposed to. They end up calling the ambulance. And my brother-in-law, it turns out, he had actually faked it. He didn't really get run over. And he was all dressed up for Thanksgiving, so he had a brand new pair of pants on. And if my brother-in-law is a very frugal guy, too. The first thing that the ambulance does when they get him is they take the scissor And I just see the pain in my brother-in-law's face. At this point, I think he's serious. So I see the pain in his face. I'm like, dude, are you all right? He goes, those are brand new pants. So I start laughing. I'm like, oh my God, man. I said, are you all right? He goes, yeah, I'll be fine. So now the cop starts berating him as he's on his gurney. And he's telling him that he's going to follow him to the hospital. He's going to make sure that the hospital report shows exactly what he's talking about, that he got ran over and his back and his leg hurt. So the cop was being a real jerk. And then he came over and he goes to get my statement. And I'm telling him, I said, look, Thanksgiving Day, I just came with him to make sure nothing would go wrong. And the cop's like, well, how'd that work out? I said, well, not too good. I said, but this guy started it. Mind you, now I'm looking at this guy. He ran inside and changed, and he's got this nice, sweater vest on, and he looks like this Opie Cunningham type of character. Meanwhile, 10 minutes ago, he's got this mixed martial arts shirt on. Then the cop goes to get my other brother-in-law's statement. And my other brother-in-law just came back from vacation in Jamaica, and he's wearing a I smoked weed and got high in Jamaica shirt as this cop is talking to him. So I'm like, this isn't working out too good for none of us. The bottom line was they forced my brother-in-law to go in the ambulance to the hospital, and the cop was following, and the cop told me to take the tow truck. Now, I don't have a commercial driver's license. I was nervous that it was going to be a trap, that he was going to get me for not having a license, but I played it off. And the three of us, the ambulance, the cop car, and the tow truck, we get over to the hospital, the cop's in there. And I guess the cop got a call for something else and he ended up leaving. And I'm sitting outside and I'm on the phone with my sister-in-law. She's in a full panic. Where are you guys? It's been 2 hours. And all of a sudden, here comes my brother-in-law. The cop left. Get in the car. Let's go. And I get in this thing. It's an old pickup truck stick shift. And I'm bucking back and forth trying to get out of there and stuff. But we end up getting out of there without him getting arrested. But we also got out of there without the vehicle. So it was kind of a lost day. And we had two very upset wives when we got home, too, to Thanksgiving. But fortunately, nobody was seriously hurt. Those were crazy days, helping them out with that stuff and going into some shady neighborhoods. And as soon as you go in there, it's kind of funny. It's like some of the stuff you see in the movies. As soon as they see the repo truck, everybody just comes out. And everybody knows. It's almost like there's a signal that goes out, like a bat signal, that the repo guy is here. And all of a sudden, you just see cars taking off down the road and stuff. And you're like, all right, that's not the one we wanted. But obviously, he missed a payment or two. But, yeah, those were fun times. Crazy but fun.
This is the Avalon King Home Shopping Network Armor Shield 9 Black Friday Special.
What's going on, guys? This is Andrew from Avalon King.
And my name's Mike. I'm from New York.
All right. We are having a Black Friday sale.
Well, you'll get a free set of wrenches.
No. But you will get up to 60% off of your order at checkout from November 28th to November 30th.
It'll help you lose about 7 pounds.
No. But it will keep your car cleaner, longer, and...
And that's all the time we've got for today. Thank you, Andrew. Bye.